Hey everyone, Alex and Don here. We're going to run through our weekly recap, kind of highlighting some of the stuff we did this week. We're going to focus on the last thing we did on Friday. We had a lot of questions on it, the ball and chain sweep. This ran through the sequence really that we started all week, and there's a lot of highlights to hit as we go through. So this will just kind of be a reminder about the entire week, and we'll finish with one of the more elegant sweeps we covered all week. So I'm going to start in my guard position. And we're going to start working towards our scissor sweep, one of the most fundamental sweeps in Jiu-jitsu. Very important to have all these closed guard sweeps down before we start playing a lot of complex open guard sweeps. This is where you learn the fundamentals of movement, grips, all those things that become very important later on. So, when you're working these like the sweeps like we are today, we're going over the ball and chain sweep, don't just blaze through this first part like, oh yeah, I just got to get to the ball and chain sweep. Take your time here and work all the little parts of this, because that training just adds up, adds up, adds up. And you get more and more repetition of all those fundamental movements. So, I start with grip on the cuff, grip in the collar, and remember to set this, I'm rolling my knuckles, bringing that arm in tight, really isolating. Disengage my guard. I shrimp to get distance, my knee comes to this little triangle I make, and I start to set my scissor sweep up. My partner's going to feel this and he's going to posture away from me, and this is going to make it difficult to do my scissor sweep. I'm going to transition my hand from the collar to his sleeve, and my knee, you'll recognize from last week when we worked the spider guard, is just going to rotate out. I put my foot in the hip, and I use that shin to control the bicep, so I'm moving into that control position for the spider guard. From here, shrimp and gain distance. You'll see again, I open up this space under the arm, my knee comes through, my foot plants on the hip, and I bring my shin out. Again, go into this really nice control position for spider guard. From here, I'm going to go ahead and start my spider guard attack. Shrimp, creating space on this side, and I bring my knee straight out, set my foot on the bicep, and bicycle it out. Turn my hip over, and again, all this we're reviewing 2 weeks ago, so it's a nice chance to get all of our review in with what we're doing. Now I'm starting to move into my spider guard. My partner's going to stand up. It's one of his best options in dealing with this spider guard. And, as most people will do, he's going to post 1 foot forward. That's how he gets power in almost all of his movements. So, as he does this, I'm going to disengage my foot from his bicep on his staggered leg, bring it around, and if I have to clear the hand, I clear the hand off my pant leg. I use the momentum of this foot to rotate me around, and I come to a De La Hiva position. Again, use of momentum. This foot comes in, and I end up setting almost Indian style in almost a koala guard position here. From here, this hand maintains control all times. I'm going to drive that through, and I'm going to pressure his arm back, breaking the plane between his knees. From here, this hand comes around the back of the leg, and I'm going to go 2-on-1 control. My chest locks onto his knee to, again, isolate this leg and limit his mobility. My head locks down on his quad. This prevents him from cross-facing me and working chokes. From here, I'm going to let go of my 2-on-1 control. This hand comes around, I'm going to go far side of the shoulder, and I like to get gi material. Don't get crazy and start grabbing your partner's shoulder and getting skin. Just come up, find some gi, and now I have a good grip. From here, we're going to execute our sweep. I'm going to bring my low leg out, set it right on his ankle. This isn't a stomp, it's not a kick, I just set it here. I'm basically just checking his ability to step forward. From here, I'm not pulling him backwards onto me where he's going to land on me, and now I'm losing distance and I'm losing space. I'm going to roll to this shoulder and look in the direction I want to go. And we bring him out because he has no base on this side. Once I'm here, my ear goes to his chest, this is starting my pressure. This leg has to disengage so it doesn't get caught in a half guard. We had some problems with this Friday night. This foot's out and back and clears those legs. From here, I'm still controlling the arm. This gives me something to work with, and it minimizes his scramble. Remember, I don't want to just institute a scramble. The scramble belongs to athleticism. This is all about control all the way through a transition. Once I'm here, I'm going to transition my hips down. My bottom leg goes up to his hip, my top leg comes to his head, and I drive my weight forward over him. Again, so I still have control here. This grip minimizes his ability to bridge early during my transition and helps hold him down. From here, I get a good underhook on the head. I'll even find gi material if I can, find a nice handle. Set my side mount a little higher. Now and only now, I'll let go of this and start working into my attack position from the side mount. So, there's our ball and chain sweep from this week. Again, hopefully answering a lot of lingering questions people might be thinking about as they went home and think about it. It's also working through that sequence of all the sweep structures we worked this week, from the close guard into a scissor sweep, through the spider guard and the sweeps we worked there, and then into the ball and chain from our seated position around that leg. Great sequence, lots of stuff in there. It's not just about the ball and chain sweep. Don't shortcut yourselves and just jump right there. Work through the entire sequence as you're working it all week. Guys, Alex and Don, we'll see you next week.